Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Thursday, happy Friday Eve. I am Gigi.
And good morning. I'm JG.
All right, all right, all right. A chilly morning here in the 757, but this is the day that the Lord has made. We're rejoicing and we are glad in it. Oh my goodness. Another nice morning though, crisp morning. You better wrap up though if you're going to get at least 1,000 steps in today. You know, it was in the news all day long yesterday about how we can prolong our lives by walking, about like 40% if we walk between 4,000 and 7,000 steps 3 to 4 times a day. I just heard it all day yesterday. But, it's good to walk. It's good to walk and move. Oh, my goodness. That's why we try to encourage you to do that every morning, Monday through Friday. But thank you for joining us this morning. Got another good gym nugget inspired by the daily bread, our daily bread. I like this one. Um, Proverbs 27:17. It says, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Oh my goodness, I like that one. And the title is, their title is Sharpened by Iron. And, but I changed it a little bit. You know, I remember now we have electric knife sharpeners, but I remember coming up um, when the knives got dull, my mom would take two knives and, just really rub them together and they would sharpen each other because you can't sharpen iron with something soft. You got to have something hard. And, it's just like, I like it when Pastor and I come on with Church School Live or life studies tonight, and we always talk about this is an opportunity for iron to sharpen iron because we sharpen each other, but we sharpen each other with the best sharpener of all. You know what that is? That's the Word of God. That's the Word of God. I know I'm right because this is what Hebrews 4:12 says. It says, for the Word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, is a discerner of thoughts and intents of the heart. Isn't that powerful? That's what I call an iron sharpener. And see, we sharpen each other with the Word of God. You know, the best and most effective lessons that have benefited me is from hard situations and hard teachers. So I had some hard teachers, but when those teachers, those are the ones that I remember that helped shape my life. And I tell you, my hardest teacher was my mom. My mom, she's a hard teacher, but that's what we learn from. We don't learn from and lives shape. My husband, I know he's a machinist and he's worked around welding and all that type of stuff and steel. My dad, he worked at the steel plant, and iron sharpens iron. I just like that part right there, and that's how we sharpen each other, especially with the best iron sharpener that is. Some people don't like to hear the hard stuff that's going to shape their lives and benefit their lives. But iron sharpens iron. Oh, this lesson just hit me this morning. Just thinking about the hardness of iron sharpening iron,
Yeah.
especially the Word of God. What you think about that, Pastor?
My mind always wander when you're talking about it
Mm-hmm.
because I'm, searching what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
When you're dealing with metal and iron, it
Mm-hmm.
requires hand-to-hand combat.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're talking about the sword.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know, the sword can't do it by itself.
Mm-mm.
It's got to be held.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, even when you sharpen those knives, you talking about how we
Mm-hmm.
used to sharpen those knives together.
Right. Right.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
God wants us to have hand-to-hand combat
Mm-hmm.
with life,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
with everybody around, and we can work together,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to conquer.
Right.
And
Right.
we must be able to sharpen ourselves to go out
Mm-hmm.
into a dying world.
Oh yeah. Oh
Spread
yeah.
the word.
Oh yeah.
And that's how we sharpen ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
By talking to each other like we're doing now.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
But
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Yeah, because that fits in, what they were saying even here in the Daily Bread.
Yeah.
It says learning to view troubles and trials as instruments, there you go, in
Yeah.
God's
There
hand.
you go.
There you go. Is an
That's a
important
confirmation.
key
Yeah.
to our spiritual growth. You hit it right there. You didn't even know that was it. It's confirmation.
Confirmation.
It has to be held, and we hold each other accountable,
Yeah.
and sharpen each other with the word of God. It continues to say, his goal for us isn't that we have an easy or pain-free life, but rather that we be conformed to the image of his son.
Yeah.
See, that's the whole idea of iron sharpening iron, because we want to be conformed, just like fire. Fire purifies and so forth and shapes us. And then the word of God, that iron, the best iron sharpener, shapes us more
Yeah.
in the image of him. That's right. That was
And
confirmation
you know something
right
else?
there.
If we hadn't been going to Bible study and listening to the old saints,
Oh my goodness, yeah.
back in the day, we
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be sharp as we is today,
No.
living our lives in the Word.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
there's some things that we learned
Mm-hmm.
from the elder person,
Mm-hmm.
and I wish young people rely on older people for war.
Mm-hmm.
They would
Mm-hmm.
learn some things that they would sharpen themselves
Oh
with
my goodness,
for
yeah.
life,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the point is, they don't want to hold on to it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
that we were talking about hand to hand.
Mm-hmm.
They have to grip it
Oh yeah.
and
Oh
hold
yeah.
on to what we're saying,
Mm-hmm.
even in Bible study. See, they don't come on Bible study.
Mm-hmm.
They don't come to the fellowship as much
Mm-hmm.
as they
Mm-hmm.
should. Everything
Mhm.
is work, work, work.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing to go through life, and they wonder, how do I get through it?
There you go. There you go.
You know?
There you go. Yep.
But if they come to sharpen themselves
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
life,
Mm-hmm.
my God.
And I'm gonna tell you, Pastor and
Yeah.
we are continuously being sharpened
Yeah.
by the word of God. God is not through. He is continuing.
Yeah.
If we allow him to sharpen us through his word, we'll be in a better place. We'll
Yeah.
be in a better place.
yeah.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
not bragging, that's facts.
Oh, no. That is
That's
facts.
See, some people take
That
it the
is
wrong way.
facts.
Yeah.
I just look back over my life and how, people have sharpened my life,
Yeah.
during the year, through my life, especially through the word of God. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. That's why we encourage you, to come on like Church School Live and Life Study. Life Studies tonight, by the way, at 7 p.m. to be sharpened by the word of God.
Yeah.
The best iron sharpener.
Right.
Let me read that Hebrews 4:12. Let me tell you about that iron sharpener again.
Yeah.
For the word of God is quick
Quick.
and powerful
Power.
and sharper than any two-edged
Lord.
sword.
Mm.
That's power right there.
Yeah.
Piercing even to the dividing
Go in.
asunder of soul and
Yeah.
spirit of the joints and do you know how deep joint and marrow is? Joint and marrow
Yeah.
is a discerner
Mm.
of thoughts and intents of the heart. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
An iron sharpener right
And we
there.
think we can outthink the word.
Oh,
They say the
No,
intent
no.
and the thoughts.
oh my goodness. Gets
People
right
try to
in
think,
there.
well, I know this and I know that.
Gets right in there.
Study to
Mm-hmm.
show yourselves approved.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And some people think this is foolish. He
Mm-hmm.
said, what? It's foolish to them that are unwise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is off
Or
track.
that perish.
this is off track, I
Yeah.
know, sideline. You know, there's some people that eat bones right down to the marrow.
Oh, yes.
They eat the marrow and
Yeah, I
everything.
met a lot
But
of
that's
people
what the
overseas.
word does. It gets into the bone and the marrow. Okay, that's a side note. But that's how sharp and deep the word is, you know, gets down between the joint and marrow. All right, all right. Yeah, we've been talking about the best iron sharpener because as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Oh my goodness. So let me remind you tonight, come on and get sharpened.
Yeah.
Tonight at 7 p.m. with Life Study with Pastor J.G. Life Study is where we not only study the Word of God, but we are applying it more to our everyday life. All right. This morning, you know what the subscribers, it said 66
Right.
66,999. So I know it's 67,000 now. But anyway, thank you for subscribing. Subscribe, hit that little all button so you don't miss anything. All right. Okay, we're gonna go because, like I said, it's kind of cool out here. We're walking a little faster. We're gonna get some more steps in. But don't forget, the best iron sharpener of them all is the Word of God. See you tonight on Life Study, 7 p.m. Bye-bye. Be blessed.